Hello, my name is Daniel Ward, and you're watching another edition of Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Blog Vlogs. Today I have for you a blog that Chris recorded last week. Chris is our Captain Hammer, of course. He recorded like 15 minutes of footage, and I cut it down. I also kind of took some footage from later and put it earlier to make things a little funny. Yeah, here's that.
Hello YouTubers, my name is Chris Bizub. I am going to be playing Captain Hammer in Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along blog coming up here soon. I believe in the early days of April. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be a great show. Very talented cast, I'd like to say. And the most important thing is obviously that I am playing Captain Hammer, which really helps the show be really funny, really good. I'm a great singer. I'm awesome at everything. I do everything. Let's see. Well, my character of Captain Hammer, who I am going to prepare for in the ways of the late James Dean, which will be to try to do things that Captain Hammer did, sort of in that methody kind of Stanislavski way, where I'm gonna go and be places and do things. The reason that I want to do it that way is because Captain Hammer mentions often that he brings home a lot of ladies. So, any interested ladies out there who would, let's say, want to help Captain Hammer get into his character, he'd be more than happy to have private sessions with you. So, you know, putting that out there on the internet. I think that I'm a fine and attractive specimen of a man. The rest of you should think that too. Hey Dan, edit this out. Edit this out. I'm just making faces at the camera. I'm just making faces at the camera. My face is made of rubber. It's made of rubber. But honestly, I'm just screwing around. This is going to be a great show. I was working with Dan Ward on his directing scenes when he was in directing one class, and you know, I had heard that he was going to be directing the show, and he mentioned to me how good it was and that he'd be interested, you know, in having me come out and audition. You know, so I did. I watched the show, thought it was hilarious, as most people do when they see it. And yeah, I really got enamored with Captain Hammer and his character. You know, I love playing jerks. I love playing jerks, sex addicts. Just I don't know. I don't know what about me, but probably because I'm a super nice guy in real life, that I love being a jerk in a play. So Captain Hammer is one of those super jerky characters, and I haven't gotten to sing in quite a while either. You know, I kind of focused on plays, assuming that, you know, I wasn't going to be that great of a singer, but then friends of mine, the same friends that turned me on to the whole Dr. Horrible thing in the first place, they had taken voice lessons, and, you know, being an envious jerk as I always am, I'm like, oh, my friends are doing that over there, and I'm not doing it. I better go over there and find a way to do that. So I ended up getting voice lessons too. Did that for a year, but then I had to let that go for a little while just because of, you know, time concerns with graduate school and also money for a little bit while. But yeah, I mean, I spent a year doing that. Took voice lessons, learned to understand my voice a lot better. That is a shout out to Tracy Grady, my voice teacher, who I had for a year. She's amazing. So if anybody thinks my singing is halfway decent in this show, you can thank her. If you don't think it's good, you can blame me, probably, because it's not her fault, because she's awesome. I really enjoy the show. It's really funny. It's different. I mean, who hasn't wanted to play a superhero or a supervillain? It always seems like the only people that ever get to do that are in films. But finally, we have a theater piece, about superheroes and supervillains. I'm sure there's some out there somewhere. I've seen at least one outside of this. But, it's a well-liked piece. People love it. And you should come out and see it. Because, one, because I'm in it, but I already mentioned that. Two, because the rest of the cast is awesome. I mean, watching them so far, they've grown. They're really funny. I mean, I watched Dr. Horrible and Moist just read the Bad Horse letter the other rehearsal, and I laughed my ass off. They had these little tiny intentions that they did and little reactions to the words that were just spot on and hilarious. So I really enjoyed watching that, and I think you will too. So I'm glad that we had this time to spend together. I think you should come see the show. If I haven't mentioned that, I'll mention it again. Come see the show because it's free. But also because it's good. Mainly because it's good, but mostly because it's free. So you don't have an excuse not to come. Because even if you don't have money, you can come. Because it's free. So, take that into account. And if you want to have special sessions with Captain Hammer so that he can get into character for his hammering, you can find me on Facebook.